Happy New
Happy New
Year!
Year. Well, that's a great start, isn't it?
Great start.
Yeah. So we're going to have a look at this in our 2020 insights for the new year for 2021. Oh, I kind of, that's brought that right up to date, hasn't it? Really has. I mean,
Yeah.
how long ago was it that you decided on 2020 as to go with the cloud? I know it's to do with the vision, 2020 vision, but it does
Yeah.
feel apt, doesn't it?
It's bizarrely poignant actually,
Yeah.
that everyone is going to remember what they did in 2020, aren't they? It's a bit like when
Yeah.
Kennedy died or whatever. People remember things on certain key points, and yeah, 2020, everyone's going to go, yeah, I remember 2020. Whoa, what a year that was! It was about 6, 7 years ago, and it was bizarre. I was sat in a ski lodge with a marketing director and somebody from IDEO, which is all about vision and vision and ideas, what have you, and two other people in business. And I said, right, I need a name for a company, and we have to be able to get the URL to go with it, and it's got to have something to do with cloud. And about 4 hours later, we finally settled on this one, but it's about the vision, as you say, 2020 vision, and what that means. And but how poignant to say, let's focus on 2020 now, knowing what we know about what happened last year.
Yeah,
Crazy.
absolutely.
But let's park that. Let's talk about 2021 and beyond, shall we, Wendy?
Yeah, absolutely. So, I mean, I guess the first thing to talk about is the new normal. We shut the offices in March. We have not met together as a group, as a business in 2020. And during the few lockdown breaks, we may have seen each other for kind of very brief sessions, but really 2021 should, I think, be the year that we actually get to meet Katie in real life, and have the team get together in some way. But I do feel like the remote working really is part of our new normal now. It's opened that up for us.
Yeah, I think you're right. I mean, even if because I think obviously vaccines and what have you, and knowledge around dosing and all that kind of good stuff, and also us learning how to cope with
Yeah,
the environment with masks and social distancing. Yeah, it's fine, but I think in some ways the mold's been broken in some areas.
yeah,
That thing about that you have to go to a customer's site to be taken seriously. I think that myth's blown out of the water now. You can still have that conversation now. I mean, it's opened up the whole video communication thing dramatically.
yeah,
People now accept it, understand it. They know. We very early on made the rule that people had to use their cameras. So that it was no longer a phone call through your computer. It was actually a video call,
yeah,
because then you engaged with people, and people understood you were engaging with them because they could see you talking to them, and I think that was important. Where the new normal is though, but I think for a lot of people, and I was certainly talking to colleagues about how it's impacted more potentially on younger people because work was part of their social environment.
yes,
Whereas now that can't be. But so I think there's also an awful lot of younger people need to get out and go somewhere to go to work because they perhaps don't have I'm very lucky. I've got a nice place I can work in,
yeah,
and I know you do too, Wendy. But for a lot of people, they may not have that environment, and so whilst they need to go somewhere to work, they don't have to be in the same room as the people they work with, if that makes sense. So you
yes.
have a
So,
virtual network for working now, provided somebody sat 2 meters away from you with a glass screen between you that you can have a chat with. Do you know what I
yeah.
mean?
Yeah, absolutely. So I think we are good. I mean, I know there's been huge changes in the commercial marketplace for property, and they're looking to the future to see how that's going to pan out, what's going to happen. The problem of people not living in a place where they could actually work from, particularly younger people, and the kind of places that they're having to live in order to be able to live where they need to work is, I think that's come kind of center stage. So I think there will be potentially some social impact on that. Then will need to be some changes. We'll need to take some of that on board as well. And I think there's this understanding about what people need, what people need, not just what businesses need, what people need. That has to come higher up our agenda, I think, in 2021. I think the idea that you could work with anybody across the world, but there was a certain layer of people that did that, weren't there? And it wasn't kind of ordinary people like me. I mean, I wouldn't have thought about, could I work for a company in Colombia, for example? But maybe now I would. Not that I'm looking, but I think that world's kind of opening up, whilst at the same time some other worlds are closing down. And that's always a moment there's always that moment of, oh my word, what am I losing? And then you have to look at what you gain, don't you? And we've got some big changes coming as a country in the next year. So, we are going to have to stay flexible. We are going to need platforms that are scalable. We are going to need to be perhaps a bit more resourceful than we've had to be in the past. And we're also going to have to be a bit more empathic, because we've all been through quite a difficult time. Actually, we're still going to take that into the new year with us, but hopefully build on the strengths that we've learned during 2020.
I agree with you. Yeah, I think it's a business. Our business, even in the lead up towards the holiday period, we closed it in Finland. We finished a project in Switzerland. We've got opportunities going all over the place, and I think the point I'm making here is we're not a huge organization, we're not a huge business, but we can actually act in a global way, and we can actually compete against big players. So, but we're lucky. We have the tools to do that because we use the tools that we sell, and it happens to be tools that can really make an impact for SMBs trying to get into business. So, unless a customer is hung up on the size of the business they want to partner with, it doesn't matter. We can compete, and we can compete on a level basis, and we can get into those markets because we've got the ability to communicate with them through marketing and what have you. We've got the ability to deliver because now this is the norm. Talking to somebody like this is the norm. So I think looking into 2021, I think it's a hugely positive situation. Okay. One or two small challenges. We mentioned COVID, and then there's the whole little thing with Europe going on, and so on. But we can probably cut across all that and give businesses and other organisations the real ability to challenge that, that perception, challenge that technically, and certainly as a business, and make some difference. Yeah, exciting.
Yeah, I think it's exciting, and I think it's not business as usual. I think it's business as we're recreating it, and we're recreating it every day, with the changes that we make, with the decisions that we make. And I think we're seeing that demand for that coming from our customers, our direct customers and our partners, and via distribution. How do we get this out to more people so that more businesses can flourish in 2021? And it would be great to be a part of that.
Yeah. I mean, it's not that long ago that you have customers coming to us and say, well, okay, explain to me the ROI of what you're offering. And no. We don't have that conversation anymore.
No.
We just get customers coming to us and going, this is what we do. Tell us how we're going to do that with your platform, and excite us about what it's going to do. And that's brilliant. It's just brilliant. So as you say, it's not business as usual. It's business as unusual, I think, going forward.
Yeah, absolutely. And I know we weren't going to go into great length here, because we'll be carrying on with these sessions during next year. There will be a 2020 Insights season that will run. We're going to bring more information to partners, to direct customers, to anybody that's interested really about what we see going on in the marketplace. So I guess what we have left to do is to wish everybody that's watching this or listening to this a very healthy and successful 2021, and let us know if we can help in any way.
Absolutely, wholeheartedly. Healthy, happy, successful 2021, everybody, and thanks for your support.
Yes, thank you.